and then I'll answer any questions or move to where I need to move depending on your question. All right, you guys. So this is Quotit. You're all familiar with it. When you do log into your Quotit account, there's going to be a home page that you're going to come to. No brokers spend any time on the home page. You're going to spend it all under the individuals tab. And what you do to create a brand new individual is you just click the word new. Pretty simple. And this is where you enter your client's information. Aaron, I'm going to use you as an example. So just your first name. I'm going to throw in a zip code over here. Now, Quotit is also a CRM system, you guys. So it's a great way for brokers to manage their book of business on a day-to-day basis. So if you're going to use Quotit as your CRM, and I highly recommend every broker to do it, you would enter last name, phone number, email address, as much information as possible. But the only three things that we need is first name, zip code, and the date of birth. And Tratner, I'm going to use your date of birth for this example, 5/5/1953.
Very funny.
And again, if there was a spouse, you can put the spouse's information here. And I know you guys aren't concentrating on the under 65, but if there was a dependent, you can add them as well. But after you enter that information down here, you create yourself a contact. And this is where Quotit's going to generate a contact page to help you manage this client. And I'll show you how a full-blown one looks in a minute, but let's kind of talk about what Quotit does. So this is your information, Aaron. If I wanted to, I can edit this and put your spouse's information here. Census information, all the family members are going to be logged here. Program eligibility, this is for Obamacare plans under 65. I'm not going to get into this, but we do quote and enroll into all federal states that do healthcare.gov. These tabs are where you manage all your policies. And the cool thing about Quotit is you're not just managing the policy that they're on now. We actually keep a rolling tally of everything that you ever sold them. All your contact notes that you put in for the client are going to be logged here for you. We store reminders. So if you want to follow up with this client for any given reason, in any given time, you can do that. But here's the new thing with Quotit. We have prescriptions, pharmacies, and doctors. This is brand new to us. So far, every broker I showed to has been in love with it. And of course, we're always improving on it as well. But if I wanted to enter prescriptions, Aaron, for you, all I do is add prescriptions over here, and I start typing away. As you enter 3 or 4 letters, it's going to pop up, and you choose what you want to do. Click Add. And you can add as many prescriptions as you want. Now,
and he'll explain why that's important later.
What's that?
I said, and you'll explain why that's important when you get to the quoting?
Yes. Yep. So I got my prescriptions here. Click Save. Now, if I did, Aaron, if I did have a spouse for you, the spouse's name would be under here, and I can click on your spouse and enter her medications as well. But I've got your medications. Now we want to choose your pharmacy. So I'm going to come over here to pharmacies, over here, Add Pharmacy. And all the pharmacies are going to pop up around that area. So this is where you can choose the pharmacies that your client goes to. And after you enter your pharmacies, down here you click Save. All right, and you can choose one to be the primary. Now that we enter the pharmacies, let's go a little bit deeper and let's add the doctors. So we're going to add a doctor. And this is where you enter the doctor's information. Click Search. That doctor is going to pop up here. Click Add. And if I want to add another doctor, we can do that as well. Here we go. So I got 2 doctors. Click Save. Now, the really cool thing about Quotit, what we do now that even Medicare.gov no longer does, is, again, the prescriptions are always saved here for you. We save them for as long as you have this client. You can always delete them. So if your client's no longer taking lisinopril, you can delete it. And, of course, you can always add to it as well. So now that all this stuff here is done, here's the cool part about Quotit. Come up to the top right, New Proposal. And this is where Quotit is going to ask you what you want to quote your clients. So we're going to click on Medicare Advantage. Down here, Show Plans. And what Quotit is going to do right now, Quotit is going to load every Medicare Advantage plan available for the zip code. It's also going to load the pharmacies and the drugs as well. So give it just a second. It's still loading the RXs, but we do have a doctor match here. And if I want to, I can come back up over here. We have a filter, so I can filter by carrier. And the nice thing about Quotit also, if there's a carrier that a broker is not licensed with, they can remove it out of the equation. So they don't even have to bother seeing it at all. I can choose a couple doctors. I can choose several pharmacies. And of course, if I need to edit their drugs, I can do that here as well. Now here we go. We have doctor matches. We have drug matches. And what we do is we show you the premium here for the plan. And if you want to see what a drug's going to cost, here's, you know, it doesn't match the doctors, but 2 out of 2 drugs. I can actually click on the plan name itself. And this is where we break down the plan for you. So we got lisinopril, we got Lipitor, show you what it costs at each pharmacy, the tier of the drug. Over here for the doctors, we do the doctor search. Again, all the doctor information, including the NPI number. But of course, these 2 doctors are not a match for this plan. You guys, any questions so far on what I've showed you?
No, that's pretty slick. I like it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
great.
And here we go. We do have a doctor match on this one. And again, NPI number, all the information on the doctor. Now, what Quotit doesn't do is the enrollment for the Medicare. So what we're doing right now is we're going to, and with David Freeman's blessing and with Kyle's approval, we are going to go ahead and we're going to be taking these numbers right here for the prescription. So, you know, if Lipitor had a cost there, we're going to be taking these numbers here, and we're going to be have another tab over here that's going to show you the total out-of-pocket drug cost as well on the home page. So it's going to be easier for a broker to find out what plan's better for them. But we do everything but the enrollment. And if you wanted to add some plans to a cart to print out, if you're going to go meet somebody at their home, you can create a proposal. And you can actually print out a full detailed report of the plans that you're presenting for your client. So again, it's something you can email to them if you want to, or if you want to print it out, if you're going to go to their house. But here's the report. Here's the plans that you've chosen for them. Prepared by would be the agency name, and this would be the broker's information. Scroll on down. Prepared for Aaron. Aaron, if I had your last name here, it'd be here as well. And it's a complete breakdown of this plan.
Now, is this proposal going to be pulling in the RX as well as the provider information that was entered in the previous section?
Right now, no. It's just going to be the benefit, the plan benefits of the plan.
Okay, no problem.
Good question.
Is that something that'll be forthcoming, or is that just something that obviously we, would be addressed in discussion, upon the proposal or deliverance of the proposal?
Right now, it's going to be addressed on the proposal. So I'm, at least in my eyes, I'm more wanting it to be on the first page before this page here, because a lot of brokers aren't going to email this out to a client. They're probably going to bring their laptop or their iPad over to the individual's house if that's how they're doing it. So great question again, but I really want it on the other page where all the plans are first. But again, it's not my decision. Sure. It's going to be up to Freeman and Kyle.
Sounds good.
Okay. So now if I come back up here, Aaron, click on your name, it's actually going to bring me back to your contacts page. And again, if I scroll down, we're going to see proposal history, because we do store every proposal ever created. If I did send that proposal via email, we have email history here as well. We actually have something called application history. It's not going to be designed for Medicare Advantage or PDP, but it is designed for MedSups and all my under 65 products. So if you sent the quote to a client for any of those products and they click the buy now button, not only do we send the broker an email letting them know that person's trying to buy, but all that information is logged here for you as well. And for Medicare, any management system that you're using has to be able to upload attachments, whether it be scope of appointment or paper applications, whatever it may be. Choose Medicare supplements. And a lot of people that do sell MedSups, maybe they sell dental and vision as well, so you can add several products to the quote. Then down here, show plans. And what Quotit's going to do, Quotit's going to load, again, every plan available for that zip code. And you got 221 MedSup plans. We got 4 vision plans and 36 dental plans. So if I want to click on MedSup, it's going to pull up all the MedSups for me. And again, we have a ton of carriers nationwide, and you can, again, remove plans or carriers that you're not licensed with. You can include household discount as well if you want to. And again, we have a filter. So if you want to filter by carrier, by Plan G, Plan F, whatever it may be, you can do that as well. So if I just want to see all Plan Gs, click here. And what Quotit's going to do is Quotit's actually going to remove everything but the Plan Gs. If I want to, I can add every one of these Plan Gs to the cart, to a cart. So if I'm just shopping Plan Gs for a client, I can, I've got probably 20 of them here. I can actually put them all in the cart and let my consumer know, look how hard I shopped for you, how many different carriers I went for you. But again, I can enter dental and vision plans, but kind of funny how this looks. So click new proposal. Not funny how it looks, but how quick you can get a quote to a client, but literally have them believe that you literally shopped every single one of these carriers for the best Plan G for them. I mean, that's a ton of carriers. I would never want to quote this many to a customer, but some brokers do. And again, we do sort it out by premium. Client, and this is a high deductible, but if the client wants to go ahead and purchase this plan, they add the cart. And if we would have entered first name, last name, email, all that information earlier, that information would automatically be embedded in here. The client would not have to do it again. We also have a cross-selling feature. They didn't choose the dental or vision, so they can add it to the cart now if they want to, kind of like Amazon, and they can click checkout. And at this point here, we're going to send that broker an email that this client has initiated the application. When it comes to MedSups, we do paper applications. We have the majority of the applications, not every single one of them. Paper applications, they're fillable PDFs. It's going to have the broker's information embedded in that application, including their writing numbers.
Hey, Ken, so once the applicant's finished, they have to print it out, or is it something that's done all online?
It's kind of, they're going to have to print because and you guys know this more than I do because I am not a licensed agent, but I believe when it comes to MedSups for paper apps, does it not have to be a wet signature?
If it's paper, yeah, but we could send it to them. I think what Aaron's asking, or at least what's in my mind, is we've got it all here, and we just send them the fillable PDF, let them print it out, fill it out, print it out, sign it, and then get it back to us. Correct.
Same thing.
And then Ken,
okay. All right.
I know some carriers have like e-apps. I mean, I know Quotit's been good in the. Is that something where if there's an e-app that's personalized to that agent that they can add that, where they can do an application online?
Well, there's two ways it can be done. So and I'm going to kind of backtrack here. So let's go back to MedSups. Now, some carriers have a broker portal where you can actually do the enrollment on behalf of your client. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So, and bear with me, the plan's pull up. So, and I'm just going to use this Aetna high deductible Plan F. So, if the carrier has a broker portal where it allows you to actually log in and do the application on behalf of the client, in the settings, you can actually put that link inside Quotit, the link to that broker portal. So if you want to enroll into this client, you click add, and you're going to see in just a second. I don't know why it's taking so long for my shopping cart to populate. Okay, you have an enroll now button down here. So, and I create a proposal. So if I wanted to enroll on behalf of the client for the Aetna plan, and as long as Aetna has that broker portal where you do the application, you can click enroll, and automatically Aetna's broker portal is going to pop up where you go ahead and log in and do the application. So
it's basically just allowing you to input your portal
correct
directly into the site. Okay,
right,
so
right.
It would be like each carrier portal, you can just put the links in there, log in, do what you got to do, etc. So it just kind of hop, skip, and it jumps a couple steps.
That's
correct.
Right. So the broker would have his or her own enrollment link. It's not
correct.
a general portal link. It would be that agent's personal link, so that when they launch that, they're automatically going into their own customized application for that carrier.
Yep.
Sure.
Now, if a carrier has a link that you can actually email to a client that allows that client to shop, then you can actually create a proposal and you can send that proposal to the client. And if the client clicks the buy now button on that carrier, that link, that consumer link will actually take over. And now they're going to be on the carrier's site through your link, so that it's dedicated to the broker, where they can enroll as well. And we do have one carrier that's actually electronic enrollment through Quotit, and it's called Renaissance. So with Renaissance, you can physically quote and enroll all through Quotit, or you can send a quote to a client and they can enroll themselves through the email that you send them.
Are we aware of any other carriers that may be coming or being added to the Quotit software that would allow us to do the same kind of functionality as that?
We are always adding carriers. When it comes to Medicare, it's a little bit more of a monster. But Aaron and Aaron would have that, or I'm sorry, Steve would have that information before I do.
Yeah, I'm
No
pretty
problem.
sure the plan is to put the NetGen that's up on there as well.
Perfect. Sounds good. Thank you.
No worries. So now, again, if I come back to your name, Aaron, click on your name. Now, scroll on down. We are now going to see 3 proposals. I did 2 Medicaps. I did 1 Medicare Advantage. I clicked the Buy Now button, so now we have application history. And if it was a under 65 product where they can do the enrollment through Quotit, they would actually create a login secure site. We allow you to log into their application as well, and of course, always able to reset their password. Now, what I'm going to show you now, guys, is part of the CRM system with Quotit. So I'm going to come up here to individuals, and instead of clicking new, Aaron, because I've already created you, I can click contacts. And these are where all your contacts are going to be stored for you. And we're always going to default to the last 30 days. But of course, you can look at month to date, year to date, all activity, or do a custom date range as well. But Quotit's come a long way when it comes to our search features. Something that brokers have always been asked to work, because there's a ton of brokers out there that do both Medicare and under 65, is under my advanced search, I can actually pull everybody up in my database turning 65 in the next either custom date range, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. I can even include their spouses as well. And if I click search, all those people are going to be logged here for me, so I know who to start marketing to. And even better yet, I can even click here, and these are all my people turning 65 in the next 60 or 90 days. I can now come on down here under actions. I can do letter wizard, click go. Now I can actually mass email this group of clients turning 65, either create a message right here on the fly, or we actually give you a place to create letters, and your letters are saved here for you. So maybe I want to send out this letter to everybody. And again, your verbiage would be here, but it's, any message that you want.
Beautiful.
Well, are you guys using a service for this, or is it Outlook?
No, it goes through your Outlook or whatever email system that you're using.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to come back to contacts, and what we're going to do now is just go over the CRM system kind of quick. So I've created this with this account with my family. So I'm going to click on my name. And as you can see, when it's filled out properly, here's my information, my wife's information, our phone numbers, our addresses, my Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn account. So if brokers are doing social media campaigns, if I click on an address, it opens up Google Maps with my address already embedded in there. Census information, myself, my wife, and my 3 daughters. Program eligibility, again, this is for showing cost share and subsidy for on-exchange plans. This is where you manage all the policies. And again, not just the one that they're on now, but we allow you to keep a rolling tally of everything that you've ever sold to family. All your contact notes stored here for you. We store reminders. Again, prescription, pharmacies, and doctors, we've already played with that. Proposal history, every proposal ever created. And we're always going to show you the last 5, but you see there's actually a total of 23. So if you had to see them all, you can click more, and we're going to open them all up for you. email history. When you send a quote to a client, all that information is logged here for you. Also, my drip marketing autoresponder, happy birthday, Merry Christmas, happy Labor Day. Every time those go out, all that information is logged here for you, and we timestamp when they view your quote or your email as well. Application history.
Can someone who's just moving over to using Quotit, and let's say I've got 1,000 clients outside of the Quotit mechanism, can I import that stuff into Quotit?
You can. You can import through Excel, and you can export your clients out as well.
Okay, and then they have that
Beautiful
functionality of the search functionality and the emails and that sort of thing.
That is correct.
Okay. Cool.
And the cool thing about Quotit, you guys, and let me show you this. So this is the Merry Christmas autoresponder. So Quotit, my drip marketing is the only drip marketing that actually comes with a quote. So you can actually include a quote into every one of your drip marketing emails that go out. So there's a lot of drip marketing out there that all it does is send out letters, and they're great, like Constant Contacts. Great tool, great functionality for what it does. Ours is a really, really good tool, but we can include a quote with every email that goes out if you like as well.
Okay.
Are there any sort of analytics that would be included or accessible based off of those drips, just to see, like, who's opened it, how long they were in there, and if they even viewed the quote that might have been embedded within there?
We do send the broker an email if someone views the quote, and again, that information is also logged here for you. But that's pretty much all the analytics that we give you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
No worries. Application history, again, under 65, you guys, anybody clicks the buy now button, all that information is logged here for you. And again, we allow you to log into their application. And of course, attachments. So very important to be able to upload attachments. Any questions?
Quick question. Actually, yes. So going back to provider and RX search, how frequently is that information actually updated on the back end?
Great question. I don't have an answer for that. Again, this is brand new to us, only a couple months old.
I think it is constantly updated. It's a real-time web service call that we're making to the database.
Nice. Okay, perfect.
Thank you, Steve, for that. So to answer your question, constantly.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. Thank you.
No worries.
I know the printed documents are essentially obsolete the second they come off the printer. So electronic is definitely great.
Good. Now with Quotit, again, I'm sure you guys are familiar with this. Again, you do get to pick and choose which plans and carriers that you want to see. So for an example, click on iPro. And with iPro and ePro, iPro is a broker's version. That's where we're logged in. ePro is a consumer's version. So you can actually have different settings on your website than you have in your back office. So for an example, if I'm not licensed with Bright Health, I can uncheck them and I can click save, and Bright Health is out of the equation. Or better yet, if you want to break it down, I don't like HMOs, you can remove just remove plans as well, completely up to you. Drip marketing, we do give you just a ton of templates that you can use, or you can completely create your own. We've got standard autoresponder, which is designed for your prospects, not your customers. You've got birthday and holiday, which is designed for everybody. And again, you can use our templates or completely create your own. Again, you can include a quote into the autoresponder as well, which is something that nobody else has.
Love you.
You're not going to be here.
No, I'm going to see you later. Okay. Mommy's leaving, huh?
And that being said, guys, what I'm going to show you here is the consumer version. The consumer version with Quotit is everything but Med Advantage and PDP. So if someone does go to a website looking for a Medicare supplement quote, this here would be embedded into your website. And I'm going to show you an example on this website here. So here's a website that I'm slowly having somebody design for me. But if somebody's looking to get a quote, we would give you that link that you would give to your web designer, or we can build you a website as well. But this would be your client's experience getting a quote from your website. And there we go. They put in zip code, they click continue. At this point, we're going to have census information, and you can require anything that you want. I don't require nothing, but after they put in their information, put in a date of birth.
Where you going, Bruce?
And when they hit continue,
Okay.
4 things are going to happen, you guys. Number 1, we're going to shoot you an email, let you know this client just ran a quote on your website. Number 2, we're going to create a lead for you inside your back office Quotit account. The autoresponder is going to instantly send this client an email from you thanking them for visiting your website and how excited you are to help them. And number 4, your client's going to get a quote from all different carriers that you want them to shop for. And again, they can search by policy type, premium, or even carrier as well.
Hey, Julian, I'm leaving, dude. So I'll see you on Saturday. Okay, let's go. Let's
Aaron,
get
you're
some
not on
things
mute.
done.
Any questions, you guys? All right, guys, that is Quotit in a 30-minute nutshell. I will send.
That's pretty impressive stuff. I just want to say that.
It's come a long way. I mean, I've been doing this for almost 11 years, and literally it's night and day from what it used to be, and it only gets better. It seems like every year there's just amazing tools that are now available for brokers through Quotit.
It's really
For sure.
fantastic.
Yeah, no, looks
Cool.
great.
The one thing I would say is there are definitely a couple of other options out there for Medicare quoting. But for agencies that do a mix of business, or for agents who do a mix of business, and they want to try to get all their solutions in one place, there's nothing like Quotit in the marketplace. You can use Connecture if you want for Medicare. You can use Sherpa for maybe under 65, but there's nothing that combines all this to such a degree that we have here.
Yeah, yeah, like you said, nobody out there does what we do. Medicare, some people do. Under 65, some people do. And when it's under 65, like Sherpa, all they do is on exchange. So they don't offer off exchange for somebody that's not eligible for a subsidy. But we offer all the ancillary products. We offer small group. We offer term life, consumer version, broker's version. It's just no one out there like us. So Craig, Aaron, I will shoot you both. I will create an account for you guys and you'll get emails with your login credentials in a couple hours. You all have my information. Should you have any questions, feel free to give me a holler. But even better yet, you guys, you're out there talking to brokers, whether you talk Quotit or not. But if you do have a broker that may be interested in taking a peek at what we can actually do for you, definitely would appreciate it if you send them directly to me, not just to Quotit. You know, we're all in sales, guys. So
Got to make that.
I don't know. We'll think about it, Ken. I don't know. We'll think about it.
I actually just met with an AHCP guy Monday. I'm sorry, Tuesday, I think. And I'm going to give him your name just because I think he might be interested in something along these lines. I talked to him about CRM, and he's not really using one, so maybe this might be something he might be interested. So I'll let him know.
Beautiful. Yeah, let him know. I'll be happy to showcase it for him. Cool. Well, you guys, this is recorded, Steve, as you requested, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.